Okay, so nothing new here. Because we lay down in this, and we can't seem to adjust this rock, whatever's supposed to be up here. We probably have to get the permission of one of the protectors in order to use that. I wonder if we have to see more of them. Like, interact with more protectors. Somewhat similar to the lady over here. Oh. She seems to be gone. Well, I suppose I should go look in the forest again. Achenar's book was hidden where two rivers meet. It has to be where that one section is. Tucked in a pillar, right? Wow, this is such a beautiful place. I like the hands too. Whoa, what's that noise? Is it a horn? Oh, there is a woman standing there.
There you are. My sisters say you are a friend. But if that is true, why does everything fall apart when you are here? Lifestone is missing. Someone diverted the watercourse and took it out of the road chamber. You are a stranger here. You cannot begin to imagine the threat this poses to my people. The memory chamber needs that stone to survive. It nourishes her, keeps her strong and healthy, so she can collect our memories after we die. Without it, we may never see our loved ones again. I must alert the village. There are more stones in the Southern Hills, but it takes time to find them. If you truly are a friend, you will go to the Hall of Spirits and alert my sisters. Although, if they're still traveling in dream, they may already know.
Oh wow, so it's a horn. Well, of course they have reason to be suspicious of me. I do arrive here and things fall apart, but I only arrived here because Sirrus and Achenar came here. So, Achenar stole a stone that helps nourish the memory chamber somehow? The big flower?
She will be all right, won't she?
Oh.
I mean, you won't stop looking until you find her. Yeesha used to come here every morning when she stayed with us, and spend hours feeding these butterflies. I think she appreciated them more than anyone else in her family, including Sirrus and Achenar. I wasn't a protector when the brothers lived here, but I gather they were more interested in the memory chamber and our funeral rites. As if death were something to be feared. We must trust in the guidance of the ancestors. If they offer any new insight, I will pass it along.
Oh, wow. So, these butterflies can be fed? I suppose she is throwing some kind of feed or grain out to them. And of course, Yeesha would be intrigued by insects and animals. Sort of like the beetles that we accidentally freed in her shop. But yeah, the brothers are definitely interested in those memories because I still think that, at least for Sirrus, they want to use Yeesha's memories to attain the art, or at least Sirrus does, because he was saying, you know, oh, Atrus, keep teaching her, because whatever you teach her will also be taught to me as well, implying that he's going to be the one to steal her memories. Now, let me try going back to that river area with the two paths. Oh, water spirit again. I love the spirits around here. Yeah, so this is the river. The one where the two rivers cross. So that's just a fire plant. Is there anything hidden around here? Doesn't look like that pillar's any good. There only seem to be 3 branching paths. Okay. Nothing hiding in these bushes? Up in that? Oh, that's where an air spirit would come up. Okay, well, the only other path is this way. That at least branches off this. Now, there's this big fern. Whoops. Didn't intend to walk through it. Is that... Oh... There was like a dark spot in the rock coming this way, and there is something we can look at.
Let's work together, he said. Let's figure out how to get rid of Father before he sees what we've done to his precious books. Sure. I'll work with you again, little brother, but I'll trust you about as far as I can throw you.
So Achenar really doesn't trust Sirrus, especially because Sirrus was the one that had planned the original incursion in Myst. This is the diary we've been looking for.
Been a while since I had this much fun working with my sick little brother. Usually we're at each other's throats by now, but this time must be the thrill we both get picturing Father strapped into the chair, begging us not to do what he knows we're going to. Don't think anything I've done to a prisoner yet will compare with that moment. Have to build a chair first, though, which means getting inside Serenia's abandoned memory chamber. Can't exactly ask for a front door key, even if Sirrus did tell the Protectors we want to study their rituals. He'd just better get back from mechanical age with those breeding kids soon. Otherwise, this whole plan is going nowhere. What a hideously exhausting day. Spent so many hours working underwater, I think my skin's turned permanently blue. But at least we're finally inside. Sirrus wants to put a lock on our new back door, using one of his infamous marble color codes, I'm sure. But that's his deal. I've still got to figure out what to do about the fumes. Maybe if I... First night, we won't have to use the breeding kits. Of course, I'll wait for Sirrus to take his off first, just to be sure. Then start hauling in materials.
So, I think he said that he had written this before they had been trapped on Spire and Haven. So they had been planning this a long time, and for the last 20 years it's just been left alone. So they had gone to the mechanical age, which I think was the one with the spinning apparatuses. in the first game to get breathing masks. And that's how they're able to work within the chamber and possibly underwater. And they really do they initially wanted Atrus to be the one whose memories would be stolen, but now they're using Yeesha instead.
Never seen little brother this keyed up before. But like I told him last night, getting the chair up and running is gonna take time. In theory, all it has to do is to stimulate the old fungus into doing what it wants to do naturally. Remove a person's memories. But in order for our entire plan to work, we have to keep Father's body alive before, during, and after the process so one of us can use it later. I'm not even sure the fungus will be able to remove memories from a living body, no matter how much persuasion it gets. Decided to let Sirrus work on getting the chair operational while I started installing the life tanks. Still think this aspect of the plan is iffy, but then I don't intend to be the one who tests them. Sirrus is a genius. Not sure how he did it, but judging from the results of his first test today, looks like he did. Almost felt sorry for the mouse. Okay already. Just how many of these tests does he want to complete before we actually do something? Doesn't he realize that the longer we wait, the more likely it is some protector will catch on that something's wrong? One whole part of what we're doing takes place inside their dream world. They're going to see it eventually. Let's stop wasting time here and instead concentrate on setting up the bait we need to lure Father into his cell. Let's send Mother to Riven already. Getting real nervous.
Yeah, so this was written before the events of Myst, because the reason why Catherine was even captured by Gen and Riven was because her sons had actually betrayed her. They convinced her to go there without a way back. So they just wanted to get her out of the way so that they could get to Atrus.
His cell. Let's send Mother to Riven already. Getting real nervous now. The only thing that keeps me from panicking completely is this. I know Serenia's weakness. The Life Stone. They'll be lost without their Life Stone. Sure, it'll take a few days, but if I steal it out of the root chamber, the fungus will eventually lose its ability to remove memories. And if that happens, Serenia's civilization will be thrown into total chaos. Might be fun to see it happen. But it also means our plan against Father will be ruined. So I'll do it, but only if it becomes necessary to cut and run. Horrible fight with Sirrus today. All I did was mention taking the stone and he was all over me. Accused me of letting my insatiable desire for instant gratification screw up yet another one of his plans. Then he tried to lay the whole Narayan Civil War debacle on me. Almost belted him right then and there. But the fight did show me one thing. My little brother really is a backstabbing weasel. These tests he keeps doing, there's only one conclusion they're heading to. Screw you, little brother. There's absolutely no way I'm gonna sit in that chair for you. I am out of here.
And that's it. So, maybe after this, Achenar... They had to have imprisoned Atrus somehow, but then Achenar fled to Haven, and Sirrus went to Spire, but... So Achenar suspected that eventually Sirrus would try to test the machine on him, and he did not want to be there to see that. Well, I'm surprised no one in all these 20 years ever found that crate. I mean, I almost hadn't. So... It's... If they keep mentioning a chair that they've constructed, I wonder if that's the chair that Yeesha is currently strapped to. So they've been testing it on mice and probably other small animals. Well, maybe we can see the woman if they're awake. Did she always have that cloth hanging down? I don't believe so. This might be the pivotal moment. Maybe we'll finally find out what spirit I get this time. The first time I'd ever played this game, I believe it was also the last time I'd ever played this game, was years and years and years ago. Maybe when I was a teenager. And I remember getting air. And I don't know what the specific formula is. I think people have been inkling that it might depend on if you use hints, how fast you go through the game, whether or not you use the memory necklace, how often you travel between the different ages, backtracking. But I think fire is supposed to be impulsive and quick thinking. Air is supposed to be some kind of middle ground. And water is, taking the slow and methodical route. We'll have to see. There is a fabric on the ground. This is different. Now, Whoa.
Do not be afraid. My sisters and I can speak with you now. Anya told us you needed help. So while you were exploring this physical manifestation of Serenia, we decided to travel her mirror realm. A world in which our ancestors have great power, and which we call Dream. We asked the ancestors to show us what happened to Yeesha, but the things they revealed did not make any sense. We think it's because the message is intended for you. This disturbed us, for it means you must travel to Dream, something which you must never do without a spirit guide. Normally, finding the guide best suited to your true nature takes time. But we have decided to help by examining the weave of your past actions. Please, place your hand on the cloth. It will allow us to know which guide you must seek.
Ooh. Ooh. Whoa. It's like a floating ball of water that's on fire? We have to place our hand in it? Water? I got water this time. That's the same spirit as Yeesha. Whoa.
A child of water, or so the weave shows. You appreciate the beauty and richness of life around you. You are confident in your ability to succeed, but willing to seek help when answers seem elusive. You must seek a water god to accompany you. Go to the stone forest and seek him in the pools he likes to inhabit. The mark you now bear in you will gain his attention. Be carrying the offering that most pleases his senses, and he should agree to accompany you in Dream. There is only one such offering. Once you have succeeded, proceed to the memory chamber. Zenika will be waiting for you there. This cloth is now yours to keep. Do with it as you will.
Still do not know how those masks work. Whoa, that is blinding. Whoa, they're gone? Awesome. I think that was just like a memory of like Yeesha achieving hers. Wow, so yeah, the first time I ever played this game I got air. Never gotten fire before, but wow, we got water. Now I wonder why the camera viewer was blinking that whole time. I've only taken 2 pictures. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, the hand symbol. So that's how you access it. I see. I wonder if she'll congratulate me for having a water spirit. No, she doesn't seem to want to speak with me now. Okay. Well, I have to give an offering, and the bubbles were the ones that came out of the statue. So it's likely that I have to find... Oh, that's convenient. Bubbles. And I need to find a water spirit. Well, there's one right over here, if it's there. Let's see if we can offer the bubble to it. Well, water spirit? Ah, there we go. I think it worked. They had the triumphant music and the bubble was taken in and glowed. So I believe we just have to go back to the memory chamber and actually commune with our spirit. If I recall, there was actually a really interesting song. Hopefully, when I post this to YouTube, it won't be taken out because it's a Peter Gabriel song, but it was never included on the Myst Revelation soundtrack. So I always assumed it was something that might have some copyright issues. I'd have to see.
Time seems to be against us. Fortunately, there is little I can say to prepare you for what you are about to experience. The Mirror Realm is different for everyone who travels there. But your guide will be waiting in his true form to meet you, and will explain what you really need to know. Please, lie down.
All right, we can finally use this machine.
Normally, I would remain until you return. But with everything that's happened today, I cannot. So, should you decide to leave Dream without getting the answers you seek, you will have to return to it later without help. In that case, just focus on the all-seeing eyes of the ancestors, and you should be able to travel there. Are you ready? Then gaze on the eyes high above you, and let your journey begin.
Here we go. Oh, it's glowing blue.
Draw the blinds. We can shut out the night. Pull up the blankets. Pull the blankets up tight. And there are angels on our curtains. They keep the outside out. And there are lions on our curtains. They lick their wounds. They lick their doubt. We watch it float away. With all the memories of the And there are angels on our curtains. They keep the outside out. And there are lions on our curtains. They lick their wounds. They lick their doubt.
Going into dream.
Close your eyes. Go to sleep. Not what you expected, is it, traveler?
No, I can't see anything.
You're here because you want to find the answer to something that troubles you. Why then wouldn't dreams seem dark or mysterious at first?
Oh.
Do not be afraid. The fragrance of your offering still lingers. It pleases me. So I shall light this darkness for you and lead you to the ones you call the ancestors. He is not an ancestor. Like yourself, he is but a traveler here. And if his guide brings him close, you should touch him to experience as much of dream as you can. Dream is often visited by such creatures, temporary inhabitants seeking the enlightenment they cannot find in their waking lives. They do not have the wisdom to shape dream, as the ancestors do, but they can still learn much by seeing what possibilities exist here.
Ooh, I can click on them.
Sometimes they come just to seek distraction.
More to click on? Huh. What is this? So visitors are like people who dream, visit the dream realm. Giving us stuff to play with a little bit in here. This floating sensation, the lights, it almost reminds me of when you have your eyes closed and you just see the various colors flitting across your vision, even though your eyes are completely obscured in darkness.
Come. I sense the arrival of one who does have the power to influence dream. How odd. She resembles an ancestor, but she is not yet one of them. Nor is she a traveler, for I sense no waking mind to return to. It's as if that connection has been severed prematurely.
Is this Yeesha? She's been severed from her real body?
I do not understand how this is possible, but this is the one you seek. The ancestors approach. They will attempt to communicate with her. The ancestors are willing to shape dream for you, but they need your help. By brushing against each one, you can impart some of your own energy to it. This will place each ancestor in closer harmony with the others. When all are as one, the combined wisdom will reveal the answer you need. Go on, try it. I shall be silent until you succeed. But should you grow too frustrated, signal me by touching your amulet. I will then send you back to Serenia immediately, but without the answer you need.